All right. Sorry about that. We're back. Got disconnected. Got cut off. All right. Sorry about that. So hopefully, if you were on the last scope, you'll join back in part two. I was saying that the pressures of a pastor's kid. Hey, I'm back. I'm back too. Hey, sorry about that. The pressures of a pastor's kid. Is to sometimes your identity kind of gets lost in the shuffle, and I'm just here to encourage everybody who has a family member, parent, mom, dad in ministry, or you're a pastor's kid. Just know that you have your own identity. God has called you to something specific, and you just got to pursue it. And sometimes I give you some real talk. Sometimes. The thing that I really feel God is calling me to do, or has called me to do, especially, as I was in my early 20s and stuff, really crafting my identity, was different than what my dad thought I should do. And just to be transparent, for a season between us, it caused some conflict. And, but ultimately God's plan won out, and it wasn't about, him being right or me being right. It wasn't about our egos. It was about wanting what God wanted for my life. And that's really important. And I'm here to say that, if you're a PK or you have a parent in the ministry, continue to pursue and seek God for your own purpose, for your own calling, because that's the thing that's most important. Sometimes you could feel a lot of pressure to do what they've done. Identifying your unique purpose. You could feel a lot of pressure to do what they've done and do it the way they've done it, but God didn't call you to be them. God called you to be you, and you can never do what God has called you to do being someone else. It only comes through the authenticity of you being you. And so don't be afraid, or don't be scared to craft your own identity. Don't be afraid to jump out and say, hey, this is who I am, and it may not be you, but this is who I am. Don't allow your purpose to be muddled in their purpose. That's right. And people used to ask me, is it hard to follow Bill Winston's, be in Bill Winston's shoes and follow his footsteps? And I used to say, yeah, it could be challenging. And now I say, no, it ain't hard at all. You know why? Because I am not Bill Winston. I'm David Winston. And if I was trying to duplicate everything that my dad did, absolutely, it would be super hard. But because I'm not trying to duplicate, all I'm trying to do is continue to build on the foundation that he's already set. No, it's that part isn't hard. The most challenging part is to continue to trust God, through the challenges and through the big vision that he has given me in my heart. But I'm not worried about trying to fill his shoes. I'm just thinking about how to continue to move in the footsteps that God has set before me, and the rest will work itself out. And so I know that I'm not perfect, and I want to encourage every PK. Hey, I know you're not perfect, and that's okay, because God knew that you wouldn't be perfect, and you wouldn't do everything right. You're gonna mess up, but just worry about this. Worry about pleasing God. That's the most important part. Don't worry about what men say, even parents. Don't worry about what parents say. Of course, they love you. They want to lead you and guide you, and so you want to listen to them. But it's not about pleasing people. It's about pleasing God. It's about following God, serving God. And if you just do that, everything else will fall in line. And so, just a message to my PKs. I got love for you guys. I think one day I want to establish some sort of organization or ministry, because I really have it in my heart to be an encouragement and to be a mentor to PKs, because I've met so many of them over the last decade, and they're all in different places. Some are pursuing God. They know their purpose. Love for the PKs. Let's do it. Thank you, Melvin. Some love God, pursuing purpose. Some are just all the way left and don't want to have anything to do with church, don't want to have anything to do with God, because I think the pressure and the level of expectation, and dare I say, the level of manipulation sometimes that has come through in their lives to try to force them to be something that God has not designed them to be, made them have a bad taste about God. And that's not what should happen. I want my kids to see the authenticity of my life and want to love God and want to see God work in their lives just like he worked in my lives. And so my message all the time to my kids is, one, we can't compromise on our faith and our values. So I'm going to always push that. But be exactly who God has called you to be. Don't be me. Be you. That's better every time. And so that's my message. So thank you so much for logging on. Share this with the PK that you know. Hopefully it'll encourage them. And you know, if you're a PK on here, you're watching this, maybe you're watching the replay. Hey, I'm glad this encouraged you. You can always hit me up on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. You know, always hit me up if you need some, you know, specific personal words of encouragement. And I love to help. So make sure to share this with somebody else. Hope you have a great weekend and a great Saturday. And make sure that you give God some honor tomorrow, each and every day, but give God some honor tomorrow. Go to church. Do yourself a favor. All right. See you. Thanks.